Hey guys, and welcome back again to me, Ben, playing City Skylines today in my city of Springvalley. After previous episode where I built this little fishing industry here and where I took care of the decoration of my farming industry over here, I'm back to fix a couple of things, but also to focus on building a zoo in that bigger area here, because I want to create another touristy attraction for my city. And I'm also thinking about maybe connecting this highway to over here. I'm not yet sure about this. We'll see. But let's first get started with that kind of fishing industry, because I had to look a couple of things up. I wasn't 100% sure about this, but I think I need to expand and extend my fishing lines or boat lines, however you would like to call it. So I'm dragging those things further out to where they actually should be. It's like a road mapping thing here, or very similar to a road mapping thing. Just wondering whether it has any impact on my efficiency rating here, because the efficiency of these shipping things here fishing things isn't very great here. And I also want to think about, because I had at the very beginning, and I think that's something I'm going to do right now, I had one industry here for anchovies, so another little fishing harbor. So I'm going to connect that, because as far as I can tell, there are a few anchovies there. So I'm wondering, that's a small harbor, anchovy fishing truck, so harbor, so that makes sense. So I'll put this here, and I think I can easily connect this up with the other harbors that already exist here, because obviously I want to make sure that I'm getting as many resources as possible out of those harbors here. And probably what I also want to do, and I'm using the Move It mod here for this because I think it looks a bit stupid or unusual to have it that high up in the air. Those docks, they don't look very realistic, so I'm changing this here a little bit just to improve on the realism, and the same goes for that thing here, because otherwise it does look a bit strange. Needs to get further down, I believe. Yeah, that makes sense. And this one as well, I think I'll drag it down a little bit as well, which is easily done with the Move It mod. And I think I'm also adjusting this road here slightly so that the slope here isn't too steep for everyone, for the trucks here. So next thing up, I'm fixing that line here, and I think they need more space and room to go fishing, and I'm creating a new thing here. So I'm wondering whether that makes any difference, like if those fishes cross a specific place, I don't know, or a specific line, if those ships, cross another ship route, or however you would like to call it. So I think I fixed that for now. I'm just wondering about the efficiency. So low fishing route efficiency, yeah, I know that. Maybe that adjusts over time. I'm just speeding things up now. There it doesn't say anything. Low fishing route efficiency, it's again the same. I don't know whether it's the closeness to something here. I don't know. but I'll let it run for now. I'm not gonna put a lot of effort into the decoration and stuff in there right away. I just want to make sure that I'm kind of leveling out, if possible, my roads here a little bit at least, just to make sure that it looks more realistic. And yeah, I want to bring that down a little bit earlier as well to make sure that it fits better into this whole thing. Yeah, so coming from there, oh gosh, it's underwater. How come? How could that happen? So I'm pulling that up just a little bit, and I think it happened due to the fact that I moved the landscape or adjusted the landscape just a bit, and this obviously destroys my hopefully it doesn't destroy my harbor thing here, and it sorts itself out, but for some reason this needed to happen at some point in time. So hopefully I'll be back fully functioning, fully working again. So I increased the height of these just by a bit to make sure that there's no more water flowing in. So I'll wait and see what happens over here. So I'm lacking a couple of things, and I'm wondering honestly about one significant issue that I seem to have, which is the availability of water. And it's only happening in that area over here. So I'm wondering where and why this is occurring here but nowhere else. Is it because, I don't know, it's only about water? Yeah, now it's being fixed again. I don't get it. Like maybe some of these connections are not properly done by me. Could be. This could happen again. I'm just giving this a try because every time I load this game, I seem to have these water supply issues, which is really bad. But at least my city keeps growing and growing. Now I want to start establishing a bigger zoo over here. And first I'm going to set up a road here that leads alongside the river and connects up here, because then I'm following the pattern that I used kind of over here. I'm following this just a little bit to make sure that it's more consistent. And the other thing I want to do is building another connection here. Maybe that almost lines up here. Yeah, and then I see no reason not to do that. The following thing, I will go ahead and replace these existing roads now from north to south, just to make sure that everything lines up properly from here. And currently, honestly, something I'm a bit surprised about, because this seems to work kind of, at least. I do have a road connection, only 2 road connections, no, 3 road connections, 3 highway connections crossing the river, which is kind of surprising that it's even enough. Is this still flooding here? Yeah, it's still flooding here, so I'm pulling that up slightly again. Maybe I just leave it as is, or as it has been, because it seemed to make sense before. So why? And this is again low efficiency. I don't know how to raise my efficiency here when it comes to fishing industry. Just let me know if you have a thought about this. If you have any idea or any comment hint for me here, please let me know. There is another wave coming in, but where is that wave coming from? I'm so surprised, honestly. However, hopefully the river gets back to normal pretty soon. Just wondering where this comes from. Maybe from the edge of the map, I don't know. However, so I'm going ahead, I will build a zoo here. And I'm just thinking about that those roads here, they should be connected somehow. And I want to build this zoo in that huge square here. So I think this should be enough for a good size and decent zoo. And maybe I'm also going to do another thing here, which is adding a bigger road from here to there and to over here, and just let the zoo sit in this bigger square. If I need to expand it, I still have enough room, but let me get started here by laying out my district zone first. Want to be a bit more generous. Yeah, but that's fine. I think this should be it. Then I can put down the first park building here. The zoo entrance, zoo main gate, small zoo main gate, zoo side gate. Okay, let's put down the big one here. Yeah, now I will start building out this zoo and working on it. And while I'm doing that, I will fast forward things for you. I just wanted to ask you for a little favor here. Like, if you like my videos, if you like my gameplay videos so far, if you enjoy watching my channel, please leave me a like, leave me a comment, and please consider following me here, because obviously I want to grow my followers slowly and steadily over time to be prepared for the huge and big launch of City Skylines 2 that I hardly can wait for. But that's the way it is. Just have to be patient for another few days. And until then, I'll continue building my City Skylines 1 city here of Springvalley. So I would very much appreciate if you would leave me a follow, leave me a like here. And yeah, I hope to entertain you at least a little bit here with me playing City Skylines 1 still, while many of the YouTubers out there are still posting or began to post the City Skylines 2 content already, since they're in the alpha/beta phase right now. But that's completely fine with me. I can wait, and I'll go ahead and start playing City Skylines 2 as soon as I have it. So I'll be back for you in a few while I'm creating this new zoo here in my city of Springvalley. Thanks for staying tuned. So I'm letting things run now for a bit. I made a quick build here without thinking too much, I have to be honest. So I was building out and laying down basically all the features that I could have in a zoo potentially. And I hope I haven't missed like anything really significant here. I just wanna, I wouldn't even call it spice it up. I just wanna introduce a few more amenities like a zoo cafe in the middle. Is always nice to have one of these rest stops. It's great to have them in a zoo. Maybe another souvenir shop right across. Obviously a restroom, maybe one over there in between. I just want to make sure that like people are not struggling finding a restroom, and I'm just using that here as a basic layout without decorating too much. My intention was to let things be and keep the old forest in there as long as it's possible. And the only thing left that I actually want to do is I want to decorate it even further with a little nice and cozy tree line alongside the fence here. I already have the zoo fence installed, so I think that area is more than enough for me to have for the zoo, because it couldn't get very much bigger than it already is, or there's no reason to make it any bigger than it is. The only thing missing, but this is due to the nature that I do not have access to the river here in Cozy Zoo, that I don't have the aquarium, which is fine. That's good for me. Something I could have built at a different spot probably, but that's fine. That's okay. So I'm not worrying too much about this. I'm curious how soon this does actually upgrade. So far, seven visitors so far. It's not a lot, but I'm absolutely curious to see this place come to life as soon as maybe I should increase the pricing as well, maybe to 13 euros, 13, I don't know, simoleon cents, whatever you want to call them. I want to increase them a little bit, and I also want to make sure that I'm building another road with a couple of necessities along the way. Oh God, please. No, you didn't. Yeah. That's unpleasant, I think. I'm just wondering whether I can replace that. So what happened, by accident I replaced the standard trees with huge trees, and they are way too big for this little road here. I could have probably pulled it off with an alley or such, but not with such a road here. So let's go for 14. Let's go for 14, 13. Either 15 or 13 can't be. And then maybe I choose a different spot here. 14, that's it. So I'm going up there. So I did a couple of things here. I built one residential zone, one park here, and right in the middle of the residential zone, one parking lot for the zoo. The other thing I built here is a commercial zone specialized in tourism to make sure that the zoo also provides with some hotels that people can go to if they are coming from out of town and are not in the city only for just a day trip coming here. And right now I just want to wait how a couple of things are developing over time, because I think that crossing and that highway intersection thing might get really busy. Same for this one here. And I'll just let the game run for a bit to see how it goes and how things work. And that's another thing I just discovered. Just let me check my pollution thing. No, it's not affecting my fishing industry, I believe. It should be fine. I was just wondering whether that pollution thing is an issue. And I'm just, before I'm letting the game run now, I'll check on my services. So high school is a little bit underfunded, university. It's almost filled up. Public library usage, I have more than enough spaces available. Childcare, all good. I haven't built like a childcare in a general. Oh, what about a pool? That'd be nice, huh? Wouldn't it? That's something completely new I don't have so far in my city, I believe. There are already a few things in there. Just wondering how this district is doing over here. I think you could use a pool, guys. Even if you're close to the river everywhere, I think a pool would be nice for you. And then I also need... Where's my child and my healthcare thing? I haven't put down that since a while. Childcare and elderly care. So I do have my childcare here now. One of these here. One childcare center over here would be nice too. And then one childcare here. Probably another childcare over there. And an elderly care center on this road here. That should be nice and good to have. And here a childcare center. So I'll let the game run now for a bit to see how things develop. And I already saw that the first hotels were popping up here. So I'll be back for you in a few minutes. And yeah, in case you haven't followed me yet, clicked on the follow button, please consider doing that. I'll be back for you in a few, and thanks for your patience. So over there, I can see the first bus coming in, or there maybe the second one. I'm not sure. I might have missed one or two in the meantime. No, but it looks as if, yeah, this would be my first bus coming here, which is amazing. Because this gives me also more connectivity or better connectivity to my downtown area. And I'm wondering how far we've come with Cozy Zoo. So I'm missing still a handful of visitors here. 46 in total, which is not a lot compared to what I've already gained. And then I should reach level 2 for this here. And Hickory Park, still a level 1 park, which is, yeah, I kind of assumed that to happen already. Because I might reach maybe level 2, maybe level 3 at max with this little park, but at least it gives me some additional revenue here, which is not the reason why I built it, but yeah, it can be beneficial in the long run. And here I want to go ahead and upgrade a couple of roads here, just to make sure that this works out nice and well too. Maybe I should keep that as kind of an industrial area, so I want to put down a few warehouses here and maybe situate a few commercial goods warehouses there. I'm curious how much I can actually add to this. So maybe not a large warehouse because it's just simply too big, but one of the small ones probably, or 2 or 3 should potentially work. Maybe also create another industrial zone here, or I put down some factories. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe some factories would be nice to have. So let's set this to unique factory products, commercial zones goods. Let me check. Commercial zones goods. Might be nice to have this really close by and not too far away from my downtown area, because there are a lot of commercial zones obviously that I might need in the long run. So those are all upgraded, and since this is no longer a truly industrial zone, I'll leave parts of the look and feel of it still there, and I'm just upgrading the roads that are actually one of these gravel roads or dirt roads, as you might call them. And right now I'm painting an industrial, oh no, this is not needed, and that's something I'm always forgetting. So I don't need that kind of zoning here. I just want to have a nice industry here, and this would be maybe farming related or forest. Should I take forest or industry? I think I'm going for forest because I don't want to pollute that area with too much industrial waste. And then I'm choosing or adding another zone here for locally produced goods. That should be fine, I think. And there, I also want to have another zone here, another industrial zone that takes care of farming. So I might experience, or not only I might, pretty sure I will experience some industrial traffic happening here, but it is the way it is. So I'm trying my best to not overwhelm these districts here. I'm also letting those power lines run through the whole thing here because it looks more, rural, or at least built on a previous structure, which is always nice to see, I think. So that's connected here. Probably also want to run something through here. So what I've built in the meantime, just so that you're aware of that as well. What I built in the meantime is one more bus line. I expanded my residential zones here slightly, and I added in a few things like a police station, fire department, and elderly care and childcare centers. Now I'm just about to build 2 residential zones with high density residential areas or buildings here, because I need more room for growth here for sure. And I will also need to put down a few more water lines, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I have to run those through this little area as well. And then I want to do something special before they start and build up. And I want to add another district here. Just have to make sure that it's not kind of deleting my other zone here, which is actually happening right now, which is bad because I don't want to destroy my hotels over there. So in Spring Hills shall be self-sufficient buildings, so they take away less water, less electricity from my overall load, which is great. Traffic 84%, which is amazing. Pollution is really low. Fire safety hazard, so it could be better. Yeah, but this is due to the fact that I'm now working with 81 tiles, so maybe I just go ahead, since I do have the funds, and I put down like fire watchtowers every here and there and see what happens. Is it getting better? Just checking in whether it's getting better or not, whether all these towers are worth the money that I'm spending. No, it doesn't change a thing here, which is crazy because usually it should change something. Yeah, but compared to the amount of trees that are here, what I'm currently doing is not really a lot, to be fair. Just putting down a few bigger firehouses here, just to make sure that everything's covered if possible. %, hazard, back to fire. One of those bigger stations should be located over here to cover that whole district. 30%, 29, 28, 26, so going down, not yet significant, but a little bit, yes. Crime rate 6%, which is not. I have a lot of jails available, transport, population, people employed, jobs available, so there are more jobs than people, which is bad, really bad. Importing, exporting, land value Natural resources districts, that's fine. Leisure park areas. Heating. Is heating an issue? I don't know. Could that potentially be an issue for me? And do I have to upgrade that geothermal heating plant? Well, I can give it a try and see what we can do about this. You might actually be wondering, why did he add a geothermal heating plant to the city where it never rains and it never snows? I'm wondering about one thing. Does this improve the amount of citizens that are willing to move into my city? If it does, and I've spent a whole lot of money on this now, but if it does, I will definitely continue building my heating pipelines out in my city, because I want to make sure that I'm getting more and more citizens here into my city of Springvalley. Not only by attracting them with a nice and fancy little, I don't know what, zoo here, but also with, other amenities like good fire coverage and things like that just make kind of sense in that area. Wondering, so radio coverage looks good so far. I think everything essential at least is covered. Just checking the last bits of my services here. Disaster protection, it's all fine. I don't care, honestly, because I'm playing without disasters, but it's another thing that I need to adjust and work with. I don't have a lot of tourism here, actually, which is kind of surprising, because I thought a zoo might definitely be a touristy area, but obviously it isn't. Or is it? Yeah, it is. It's kind of, but it's not a good place where this zoo is actually sitting. So maybe city attractiveness, exchange students and tourists, blah blah blah, medium wealth, low wealth. So that's not what I was waiting for. Tours, I haven't set up any tours. Are there any lines? No, there aren't. So maybe that's something, this is something I'm going to tackle next week. Not next week, but next episode. Park maintenance is something I can quickly take care of, because that's something everybody should have, or at least I should have it here. But right now I seem to not have it, which is but strange, because I completely missed on that. So this is pretty much covered now. Are there any parks? I I don't mind putting one down here. I also don't mind putting another one down here. Maybe a maintenance building should be great to have, like over here. I'm wondering whether that even gets electricity. No, it doesn't. Obviously, no. Going back to my park maintenance buildings, are there any areas where it doesn't look that well? Maybe over here. Could add another one. And that area is simply not covered at all. So I'm adding a maintenance building here to cover the center of my town. Dale farmland. Can also get a maintenance building, why not? Oh, road maintenance. That's another thing. Because I haven't taken care of this since a while. Is this all doing good? Kinda. Not really. One should be located here. But this needs obviously also some power connectivity and some order. Get it? Because road maintenance, I think, will be a big thing that all of you guys need to work with, or every one of us needs to work with in the future. Because I guess the maintenance of roads is critical, even more in City Skylines 2 than it ever was in City Skylines 1. So that's for sure one thing you need to keep in mind. And maintaining these roads here. I'm putting in here another road maintenance thing. That's okay-ish. That's pretty much covered. And there. Yeah, isn't that a road, man? Oh, there's a fence. I get it. So, one road maintenance here. So I should be all set. So I'm curious whatever happens to my city. And I think, guys, it's about time to close this episode. Not a lot of things have happened, or at least it seems to be like that, but actually I took care of many things for now because I want to make sure that my city is set up for growth. I want to grow it significantly over time. And yeah, for that reason, I built my first zoo, cozy zoo in Springvalley. I set up a hotel district. I set up a business district here, and also a couple of residential homes here, a couple of residential homes there. It's becoming a bigger, more downtowny area than I ever expected it to be. And before I'm forgetting about this, and I'm very sorry that I just forgot about this, I wanted to put down some local produced commercial things here. So that's something I quickly did here. So it starts building up. Then I added a few parks in between, like here is a little park there. And I took care of a lot of my city services right now, and I'm starting an experiment whether it does play a role, a huge role, or like a role at all. I don't know yet, but at least I put down a few hot water pipes and also two of these what are they called, geothermal heating plants, just to make sure that in case it ever gets cold, I'm covered, or at least parts of my cities are covered. But right now, people are demanding residential zones here. There's another little design flaw here. I think I'm just running a power line here through that. That's connected now, so my fire station is good. I'm just checking whether I missed something here and there. Maybe another connection, power line, whatnot. No, but obviously I didn't, or at least I hope I didn't. So yeah, I would like to thank you again for joining me today here playing City Skylines in the city of Springvalley. In case you haven't subscribed yet, guys, please consider leaving me a follow here, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, if you like my videos, consider liking them. And if you want to leave me a comment, I would be more than happy to answer any of your questions, and I'm more than happy to reply back to your comments. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon back here on City Builder Plays Springvalley, as long as we don't have access to City Skylines too. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye bye.